off on our worldwide journey.
Yes, Santa, what do you do? You're going to be in that sleigh for a really, really long time. Do you go for a run? Do you stretch your legs before you hop in the sleigh for who knows how long?
Well, it takes all night long, and we start up here at the North Pole just as soon as it gets dark, because that's the way Santa works, because we need to do our magic in the dark. But by the time the sun comes up, we have visited every house in the world and delivered gifts to good children.
Now, Santa, I know you typically see children all over the world this Christmas. I know we are in a very original year, a COVID-19 pandemic. How have you made an effort to still speak to every child out there and ask them what they want for Christmas this year?
Well, one of the things we have done is to do virtual videos in which we visit the children through the internet. And of course, the parents let us know what the child is interested in. And Santa makes very good notes. He keeps very good records. And of course, he always knows who's on the naughty or nice list.
Can you tell us some secrets about that naughty or nice list? Is it which side's bigger? What's going on with that list?
Actually, in Santa's experience, the only children who are on the naughty list are children who want to be on the naughty list. Any child who wants to be on the nice list is on the nice list, and that's the way Santa works.
Well, that's good to hear. So what did children want for Christmas this year?
Well, they want the usual things. Some children, of course, most children are delighted to have special presents, toys or dolls that they want, games that they want, pets that they want, things like that. And then every once in a while, Santa gets a message from a child who is asking for something much greater. They want happiness, they want peace, they want love, and Santa does his best to deliver that as well.
And I think that is a very important message this year more than ever. Santa, what is your message to children and families this Christmas?
Oh, it's very simple. It all comes down to one word: love. That's all you need is love.
Absolutely. Well, the reindeer, let's talk about the reindeer. They have a big journey ahead of them, probably right after we hop off of this call. How have the reindeer been preparing for this journey?
Well, they have been training. They have been going out on long runs over the snow. They've been doing some very serious practice of landing on rooftops. There are now situations where they have to land on the roof of apartment buildings or single family houses, but they are experts at this because they practice.
Now, Santa, I know that it's a huge thing to leave you cookies and milk, but is there anything else you like to eat besides cookies and milk? What are some of the foods that the children have left you?
Well, cookies and milk are really adequate for Santa. It's not a good idea to talk publicly about what else Santa eats because Mrs. Claus has some very specific ideas about what Santa is allowed to eat and what he's not allowed to eat. However, the good news is that many children are also leaving carrots for the reindeer. So every once in a while, Santa gets a bite of carrots too.
Well, Santa, thank you so much for making time for us here on News Now from Fox. What can children expect? Do you have a first stop you like to make, or is it really just up to the reindeer?
Well, actually, it's up to Mrs. Claus. She's the one who lays out the schedule. And one of the things that she always stresses to me is that she only puts houses on the list where she knows that the children are asleep.
So I guess the big message is children better go to bed once it gets dark
Oh,
out.
yes. And not just go to bed. No faking, no make-believing that you're asleep, because Santa can see. He knows you have to be asleep in bed.
Perfect. Well, Santa, my last question, really, when do you get to celebrate Christmas? Is this your Christmas celebration? Do you ever sit down for dinner with Mrs. Claus and the elves?
That's a great question. That's exactly what we do. After Santa finishes delivering all the presents and we make sure that everything has been done rightly, we have a very nice dinner with the elves and Mrs. Claus, and we even bring extra food out to the barn to the reindeer. Everybody gets filled up with it, and then we take a nap on Christmas afternoon.
Well, I wish you a safe journey, Santa. We will be tracking you. I hope that you have a safe trip. Say hello to all the reindeer for me.
I will do that. I will give them a ho, ho, ho from Regina.
Yes, and the same to Mrs. Claus as well.
Thank you. I'm sure she will be happy to hear that.
Well, you have a Merry Christmas, Santa. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, I will see you again after this trip is finished and after we have all our packages delivered. Ho, ho, ho.
All right, so Regina Gonzalez from LiveNOW, she got the exclusive interview with the big man himself, Santa. We learned a lot about what Santa likes, what kind of cookies he likes, if he has, dietary restrictions. Learned a little bit about Mrs. Claus, too. Also, what do he and Mrs. Claus do when tonight is over? Do they relax for a little bit? Do they go on vacation? So, learned a lot from Santa, but you heard the underlying message there. Remember, to those watching, that love is the message, and we hope all of you watching are with family and friends right now, people that you hold dear. And of course, for the good boys and girls who are watching, Santa says that the naughty list is for only kids who want to be on the naughty list. He says if you really, really want to be on the nice list, you're probably on the nice list. So good news on that front. But of course, he reiterated and he emphasized, boys and girls, you need to be asleep to get your presents under the tree. Remember, Santa has a lot of methods for getting into your home, putting the presents under the tree. He can go down the fireplace, down the chimney. He can go through other openings in the roof. Remember, he said the reindeer are well equipped. They've done this for years and years and years. They have no problem, landing on peaked roofs or flat roofs or anything like that. So don't worry about that. They are going to go on, apartment buildings, large houses, small houses, and the like. But let's take a look. Let's get an update. Where is Santa at this point in time? It looks like he is heading for Newfoundland in Canada. He was just last seen in Greenland, and so Santa is in North America. Now we are just awaiting him to enter into American airspace. Already 5 billion gifts delivered to boys and girls around the globe at this point in time. But Santa has a long way to go. He is not done yet. And so remember, we're going to be following this all night. We have some different angles as well that we want to put up so you can kind of get a better glimpse of the old jolly man himself. Let's put this up right now. And you can kind of see as well that it appears that Santa is wearing a mask. He's saying that, even though he's the only one up there, he's still abiding by protocols. He wants to stay safe. He wants to keep the reindeer safe. And remember, you don't want Santa to be COVID positive when he's going in so many homes around the world delivering gifts. And so he's taking the necessary precautions. We love to see that. But enough about COVID. This is all about Santa tonight. And you can kind of see all the reindeer as well. Rudolph leading the way, per usual, per the last 1,000 years that Santa has done this. The reindeer using their magic to steer the sleigh, to propel the sleigh along at hypersonic speeds, mind you. This is a speed that is not even known to us humans. It is so fast. That's how Santa can do this all in one night. It, is beyond our comprehension. And so right now, let's take this shot full here so we can kind of get a better glimpse. You can see Santa there in the sleigh, moving very fast, the large sack of gifts behind. You kind of have to wonder if the reindeer are tired, but you know, they get energy, they get snacks every time Santa lands on someone's home. Remember, you got to put out a snack for the reindeer too. You know, they need energy to keep going. So I was always curious if the reindeer, do they like cookies just like Santa likes? We, as a family, we give out carrots and celery sticks to the reindeer. They got to keep trim. They can't weigh the sleigh down. And so he is in the northern reaches of Canada right now. A little after 9 o'clock on the East Coast. Now, 9 o'clock, that's late for boys and girls to still be up. And remember, Santa might not stop at your house if you're still awake. Remember, we're going to be getting reports of sightings of Santa from all across the country very soon here. But remember, you have to be asleep if you want those gifts under the tree. And we all hope here at Live Now from Fox that you get everything you want this year under that Christmas tree tomorrow morning when you wake up. And hopefully not too early for your parents' sake. So let's just watch Santa for now. We're going to monitor all these live pictures we have here. Here's a better one right now. You can see he is making his way from St. John's, Newfoundland, over to Labrador, Canada. And of course, we are following all along, thanking NORAD, who is keeping Santa safe tonight. They're making sure that nothing goes awry or out of the ordinary, no hiccups. You can't see it, but there are fighter jets flanking Santa as well, steering him in the right direction, protecting him at all costs. He has the biggest job tonight. All right, everyone, it looks like Santa is making his way now to Nova Scotia. That's where he's heading. And of course, so it appears that he is going to be coming down the eastern seaboard of the United States at any moment. And so for all you kids watching, that means that Santa will finally be in the United States. And so he will be ready to come down your chimney. Hopefully your stockings are hung. And then, of course, he can put those gifts under the tree. Remember, though, Santa's probably going to get a little hungry. You might want to leave out some cookies or milk. You might want to leave out a little snack for the reindeer. You can see Rudolph right there leading the way, shining and bright. Let's get an update, though, right now about the number of gifts delivered. That is always so amazing. Oh, he's making a turn there. You can see it looks like he might finally be heading toward the U.S. Right now, he is heading for Prince Edward Island. We are very, very close. It looks like he's going to make contact with Maine first, over Maine airspace. So if you're watching in Maine, you got to get to bed very, very soon because Santa is almost there. If you hear anything, any hooves touch down on your roof, you know Santa is there. And we have been getting sightings of Santa from all over the world. And looks like he's making yet another turn. Santa's so busy tonight. Let's get an update, though. I said we were going to see how many gifts Santa has already delivered, and it looks like 5 billion gifts and counting. You can see there in the upper right hand of your screen. I mean, that is a huge, huge number. All right. Oh, and it looks like we are finally heading for the U.S. He's heading for Cape Cod. So not Maine, but Massachusetts. All right. This is very exciting. I know everyone has been waiting all year since last Christmas for this. And we all hope that everyone watching, all you boys and girls, are on the nice list. Remember, Santa said, we talked to him before he just left tonight. He said, the only kids who are on the naughty list are those who want to be. If you're on the nice list, you want to be on the nice list. And so he is creeping up now on American airspace over the North Atlantic there as he heads for Cape Cod in Massachusetts. It says in 1 minute, less than a minute now, Santa will be here in the U.S. And we know so many of you kids watching have been so good this year. You've been good in school. You've been good to your parents. You've been good to your friends and family. And we hope you get those gifts that you asked for on your list. Thankfully, though, supply chain issues seem to be a little better. The Postal Service seems to be moving a little faster, so you got your letters out to Santa in time so you could tell him what you wanted under the tree. Let's get a better look of Santa at the moment. We can see him. It looks like it is snowing there. Do you guys see that? It is snowing there. But Santa's warm. He has his hat, he has his gloves and boots, and his very, very big fur coat there in red and white. right, and it looks like Santa, he moves so fast. Sometimes it's hard to keep up, but he just was last seen in Cape Cod, in your right-hand corner of your screen there, in the lower right. That is New Bedford, Massachusetts. And so we just got a sighting out of New Bedford. It's near Cape Cod, but Santa moves so fast. Right now, he's heading for Hamilton, Bermuda. This is all the way in the Caribbean, and so he's moving up and down the eastern seaboard. So we just wanted to show you that glimpse of New Bedford, Massachusetts. A lot of people there said they had just seen him fly over, so he was just in Cape Cod. But remember, Santa moves fast, and so we are trying to keep up with him every step of the way here. But he is busy delivering so many gifts. He's coming up on about 5.1 billion gifts already delivered at the moment. And so, but thankfully, the weather looks pretty good. You can see here, not a lot on the radar. We've been following all the weather conditions. Looks to be a little snowy where Santa is at the moment, but that is what Santa needs. He needs the magic of the North Pole. It snows there all the time. He needs that to power him through tonight. And so he doesn't mind a little flurries like you're seeing right there on your screen here. So let's get a close-up view, a zoomed-in view of Santa himself. You can see he and the reindeer making their way. This is live, by the way, live coverage as Santa has finally come to the United States. And so he's going to be making his way up and down the U.S. from north to south, east to west, making sure he hits all the homes of the good girls and boys. We're coming up at the bottom of the hour here. He has a long way to go, but we're going to stick with him. So don't go anywhere. Let's keep tracking. Let's keep monitoring Santa. Remember, we spoke with the big man himself before he took off tonight. He was getting ready. He was excited. He wasn't going to let the pandemic or COVID stop him. He has been doing this for thousands of years. And so we're going to keep watching it alongside you. So almost 9:30 on the East Coast. Let's take it back full here. And he is heading to Puerto Rico now. Let's keep listening in. All right, it looks like Santa is making a little diversion right now to the Caribbean. He was just in Puerto Rico. He's now heading for Aruba, so he just wants a little bit warmer weather, probably to warm up a little bit. Still the flurries coming down out there, but the weather looks clear and great for him to swing back up around and head to the United States. So we're going to wait for him to do that. But you know, NORAD is tracking all of this for us here on Live Now from Fox. And we spoke to members of NORAD, to Brigadier General William Radiff today about how they're keeping Santa safe. Remember, there are fighter jets up there flanking him. They're having a little hard time to keep up with Santa's sleigh. Remember, it moves so fast. But this is the 66th year NORAD has partnered with Santa Claus, with the North Pole, with the reindeer, with the elves, with Mrs. Claus too, to make sure Santa's got all he needs for tonight. Here's that conversation from a little bit ago. And joining me now here on Live Now from Fox is Brigadier General William Radiff. And sir, you will be tracking Santa's movements all night tonight, and we'll be there alongside you. How are you preparing tonight? Is Santa ready?
So as far as we know, Santa's ready because he's always ready. We've been doing this mission since 1955, and he's always ready Christmas Eve. So we are preparing as we always do. We have our systems, our radars, our geostationary satellites and everything to help track. And we have fighter aircraft on alert and tanker aircraft on alert so that we can get airplanes airborne to escort Santa across North America.
You know, that was my next question too. You know, is Santa safe up there in the skies? There's a lot of, you know, things that could go wrong, and you guys got him covered. You have his back.
Absolutely, and Santa is certainly most safe. I mean, in the history of time, Santa's never had an accident on Christmas Eve, so we know he's safe. We like to, because of the more congested air traffic that we have now over North America, as you know, flying becomes more and more common, we'd like to make sure that we use all of our available systems to clear the path for him so that we can guide him along and say hello to him as he's delivering toys and gifts to the young kids.
No, that's awesome. So you're going to be up there. You're going to be escorting him through the skies. You're going to get a glimpse of him and the reindeer, I presume.
Absolutely, and it's interesting because, you know, I'm a fighter pilot by trade, and I have done lots of these escorts with him, with Santa, and it's always Rudolph's nose that you get to see first. You can see the heat signature. The geostationary satellites give us that point out, and then we use our radars, and we're able to detect them, and that way we can join up, do a formation, join up with him, and escort alongside him. He has to slow down, though, to be with us, because he goes so quickly. Even our fastest fighter jets can't keep up unless he slows down for us.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that too. You know, are these fighter jets even a match for Santa's sleigh?
Santa has us beat, that's for sure. But he's such a jolly old lad that he always slows down. So the least wave to us, we usually get a ho, ho, ho over the radio. And then we just escort him as he dips out of the sky down to the homes, then dips back up to the sky, climbs back up to us. So it's he lets us do it, I think. He out of good nature. It's Christmas spirit, it must be.
Of course. You know, what are weather conditions looking like? Is Santa going to be clear and ready to go?
Well, I'm here in Anchorage in Alaska, and the weather is perfect up here. And it's interesting. We have all-weather fighters, and Santa has an all-weather sleigh. So no matter the weather, he can get through it. So he's always prepared.
Do you guys at NORAD, do you have, contingency measures, say, some gifts fall out of the sleigh, or, things might not go according to plan? How do you assist Santa in that?
So we assist Santa by when he's over North America by having a fighter join alongside, and so we can actually let him know. And because he's so quick, he's able to actually catch any gifts that fall out. He can dip the sleigh down and pick the gifts up. So that's not a problem at all from that aspect. And then we use our radar systems, the North Warning System up here in the north, and our, like I said earlier, the geostationary satellites that we have over top of the Earth, particularly over North America, that allow us to monitor all of that for him as well. So we can point it out to him.
And what is your advice, sir, to kids all across America tonight as they're going to be watching the tracker, alongside us? What do you want to say to the kids?
So the most important thing is Santa only delivers presents to kids that are asleep. So you have to make sure that you're in bed in bedtime hours, because he might come to your house, and if you're awake, he'll have to go to somebody else's house and wait and come back. And if you delay Santa, it's not very good to delay him. So the best thing is to try to get to sleep. And I know that Santa typically delivers between about 9 p.m. at night until midnight. So as long as you're sleeping in those hours, you're probably pretty good.
Good advice there, and we always appreciate everything you guys do at NORAD, and can't wait for Santa to deliver all those gifts, and hopefully no delays, no hiccups.
I certainly hope so. I haven't seen any hiccups in all my time doing this, so I'm hopeful that it'll go according to plan again tonight.
All right, well, good luck up there, and have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you very much.
All right, they have got Santa covered. They have him protected. He's in good hands with the folks at NORAD there. I'm Andrew Kraft. We want to thank you for being with us while we track all of Santa's movements tonight on this Christmas Eve. We're hoping you're having a great Christmas Eve with family or friends tonight. Let's check back in, though, to see where Santa is. He was kind of making a route south now into South America yet again. Let's put up Santa tracker. And it looks like he is basically over the Amazon rainforest. And as you know, they get presents too there in the Amazon, no doubt. They will be also hopefully asleep, waiting for Santa to put the gifts where they need to find them. You can see, I think that's the Amazon River there. Santa is flying over one of the biggest rivers in the world. No match for Santa. He will get those boys and girls below their gifts just like they wanted if they were on the nice list. And so we have surpassed now 5.1 billion gifts delivered. And so he was just last seen in Venezuela, heading for the Amazon rainforest. Remember, the world is a huge place, and Santa covers it all in just one night. So stick with us here on Live Now from Fox as we continue to monitor, track all of Santa's movements. He was briefly in the United States over Cape Cod, over Massachusetts. We had a sighting there. We had out of New Bedford, Massachusetts. We saw a glimpse of the sleigh go by. And it looks very, very cold there. There's some snow on the ground in the Northeast. We're going to take just a quick commercial break. We want to appreciate and thank all of you for being with us here on this Christmas Eve. We'll be back in just a moment. right, Andrew Kraft back here as we continue to track Santa along with NORAD. It seems like he's staying in South America for quite a little bit of time here. So he was just in Cusco, Peru, making his way to Quito, Ecuador, now in Bogota, Colombia, heading to Colombia right now for all the boys and girls there. Hopefully they're asleep, because that's how you're going to get your gifts. Santa needs you to be fast asleep, visions of sugar plums dancing in your heads, for you to get your gifts under the tree so he can come down the chimney. He has so many houses left, so many areas of the world left to get to. Let's take this full here. We know he is heading for, it looks like he's just leaving Bogota, Colombia, now heading for Jamaica. And we have now surpassed 5.2 billion gifts already delivered tonight. Santa is so magical. You just have to wonder. You can't really know. It's beyond our comprehension how Santa does it all in just one night. But there have been spottings all across the world. And we're going to monitor those spottings here, because some of you are still awake, and no doubt you're anticipating maybe you'll hear the hooves of the reindeer land on your roof. Maybe you'll hear the sleigh bells of Santa's sleigh ring as he touches down or takes off. Maybe you'll hear him come down the chimney, a big thud. But remember, you still have to be asleep. He's delivering presents to all the good girls and boys. Remember, we spoke with Santa before he kicked off his night. He said, those girls and boys who are naughty, they want to be on the naughty list. The ones who are nice want to be on the nice list. And I know all of you watching are probably on the nice list. And you've been so good all year. Nice to your parents, nice to your siblings, nice to your classmates and friends at school, nice to your teachers and your grandparents. And so Santa is going to make that known and reward you with the gifts you've asked him for, probably in the lists you've mailed to him. And hopefully he got those lists. Those are important. That's how Santa decides what the elves make for each and every one of you. The elves, they have a night off, thankfully. They've been busy 364 days around the clock of the last year. And so I know most of you have been waiting for this moment all year, Christmas Eve 2021. And we do wish you a very Merry Christmas Eve here on Live Now from Fox. In the meantime, I know on the East Coast, it's almost 10 o'clock, about 5 minutes to 10 p.m. That's probably a little late for many of you to be up still. Remember, you got to be asleep. I know I keep saying that. I sound like a broken record. And so if you are getting ready for bed here, we're going to go out now to one of our great Fox reporters who is going to read "Twas the Night Before Christmas." This is from Fox 13 in Tampa, one of my favorite Christmas tales.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on this magical Christmas Eve. My name's Mark Wilson, and I come to you from Fox 13 in Tampa, the Fox-owned television station right here in the Tampa Bay area. Are we not so excited? I know we can't wait. It's so hard to try to get some sleep right now at a time like this. So we know a lot of you guys are staying up because you're so anxious. This is the most magical night of the year, followed by the best day of the year, of course, tomorrow. Is tomorrow not the one day of the year we all look forward to the most? Trust me, we all still look forward to it as parents as well. This is our favorite night, and tomorrow our favorite day of the year, because we're so excited for all of you, for all the magic that is Christmas. And we know that you guys have got to get to bed soon, because we know you know who is not far away. Before we go to bed, though, I want to share with you a Christmas tradition that we've always had. I know many of you guys probably do this at your homes as well with your families, but this is actually my book that I've had since childhood. "Twas the Night Before Christmas." And Mom and Dad took care of this book for me. They read this to me every single Christmas Eve. And for the past, well, my oldest daughter is now 20 years old. For the past 20 years, I've been reading out of this exact book to them. So I thought, what perfect night to read "Twas the Night Before Christmas" and share it with you as we kind of settle in for the most magical night of the year. So join me, if you will. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, with hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out of the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, to open the shutters and threw up the sash. To the moon on the breast, the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday on the objects below. When what to my wondering eyes would appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With the little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up on the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head, I was turning around, and down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His little draw mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right old jolly old elf. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, and then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving the nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, and his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the dawn of a thistle. But I heard him explain, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. All right, we're not done. We're going to continue tracking Santa on this magical Christmas Eve.
And yes, we are. I'm Andrew Kraft. We are a little bit after the top of the hour here. We want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas Eve, and that is, in fact, what we are going to keep doing here, following Santa's movements every step of the way. Right now, we're learning he is over Cuban airspace as well. So if you are watching from Cuba, you're going to have to make sure you are asleep so Santa can deliver those presents. We're still waiting for him to enter back into American airspace, and don't you worry, he is going to do that. We have a lot of great Christmas content. Remember, we spoke to Santa before he took off tonight. We spoke to the folks at NORAD who are responsible for protecting Santa throughout his entire journey tonight on Christmas Eve. And we spoke to some wildlife experts about what Santa's reindeer do to prepare for this night. We're going to have that conversation in just a moment. Let's put the tracker, though, back up on the screen here. Take it full. You can see he is heading for Cuba at the moment. He just was last seen in the Dominican Republic. So still in the Caribbean at this point in time. The weather looks clear. The weather looks bright. And you can see the reindeer are just chugging along here. We know that he has a long way to go still. Now we just hit 5.3 billion gifts delivered to children all across the world. And we know they have been through a lot this year, but they still have been so nice. They have not been naughty. They've definitely been on that nice list. And hopefully they'll wake up tomorrow with some really great Christmas gifts that they asked for on their list. But for all of you watching, especially on the East Coast, it's a little after 10 p.m., so you're going to want to get to bed very, very soon if you're still awake. But for those of you who are watching in other time zones across America, we've got you covered. It's about 8:05 here, Mountain Time, 7:05 there on the West Coast Pacific Time. So stay with us here on Live Now from Fox as we continue to track all of Santa's movements on this very Merry Christmas Eve. All right, Andrew Kraft back here again as we continue to follow Santa. And he is over American airspace. Finally, this is what we have all been waiting for. He came up through Florida. He was last seen in Marietta, Georgia, now heading for Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So, boys and girls, if you're on the East Coast, Santa is coming your way. And of course, you have to be asleep because Santa needs you asleep before he can come down your chimney and put the gifts under the tree there. So, almost 4 billion gifts delivered worldwide right now. And so we're going to see if anyone is going to spot him over Myrtle Beach. We have a live look over Myrtle Beach, South Carolina right now. And so we are monitoring that live picture right there to see if anyone there catches a glimpse of Santa Claus, all the reindeer, Rudolph still leading the way. And so don't go anywhere. We want to just thank you for being with us. It's about 8:20 here, Phoenix, Arizona, 10:20 on the East Coast. And so hope you have your cookies and milk out for Santa. Hope you have some snacks out for the reindeer because Santa is stateside. He is over the United States. He has entered American airspace. And now we wait. He has a long night ahead of him, as you know. You know, earlier today, I spoke with a wildlife expert about what the reindeer do to prepare for a big night like this. You know, are all the reindeer men? Are they women? And we talked everything about reindeer. You know, in North America, reindeer are known as caribou. Did you know that? So here's that conversation. Of course, tonight, Santa cannot deliver all of these presents around the world without the help of his trusty reindeer. Joining me right now is Dr. Grace Stafford, a wildlife expert. You know, Dr. Stafford, reindeer are resilient animals. How can we better understand them, what they're going to be doing tonight? Tell us a little bit about the creature.
Well, you know, reindeer are very special animals every day of the year. You know, they live in the cold Arctic. They're so well suited for snow and the tundra. They make use of grasses and lichen, whatever they can eat during the winter months. And their bodies are so well adapted, way better than what you and I can handle, Andrew. And it gets even better at Christmas Eve because, of course, that's when their magical powers kick in and they can pull Santa's sleigh around the world and deliver all those toys to all the boys and girls out there.
So, of course, they've got their work cut out for them tonight, pulling Santa's sleigh. You know, how are they going to be charged? Where are they going to get their energy? What do reindeer eat?
That's a great question. Most days of the year, they eat lichen and grasses. Even in the snow, they can use their hooves to dig away at the snow and find those grasses that sustain them through the winter. But on Christmas Eve, of course, they're powered by nothing better than Christmas cookies, right? Everyone thinks those cookies are for Santa. Well, they're not just for Santa, they're for the reindeer to give them that jet fuel to get around the world.
Yeah, when I was waiting for Santa all those years, we would give out carrots. Do reindeer like carrots?
They do, but just like people, you know, who doesn't like a good Christmas cookie as well? So it's good to leave the cookies out there with the carrots to have that nice balanced diet for the reindeer and for Santa, who put on a few pounds this year, I hear.
I heard that too. You know, how do reindeer prepare for this all year? You know, they have one night to shine, but they must do things throughout the year to better prepare themselves for this big night.
Well, you know, they go hiking and jogging every single day, right? And they practice with getting harnessed to Santa's sleigh. They pull it around in the snow, but they save that flying for the big night, which is tonight.
Of course. You know, they're going to be up in the air for so long, but these are big, big animals. How much do reindeer weigh?
Well, that's a great question. The males can weigh up to about 400 or 500 pounds, and the females can weigh up to about 300 pounds when they're fully grown. But I'll let you in on a secret, Andrew. Did you know that Santa's reindeer are probably all girls?
Oh, wow. I did not know that. That is news to me. So, but the male reindeer, they're the ones with the big antlers, right?
Well, they are through part of the year, but at this time of the year, they've already shed their antlers for the winter. It's the females that keep their antlers. So every time you've seen a picture of Santa and his sleigh at Christmas time, you see the antlers on those reindeer. That's because they're females, and that's why they still have their antlers this time of year. And that's how we know that all those reindeer are female.
Dr. Stafford, do you think Santa has a herd, a farm of reindeer that he kind of, cycles through? Everyone gets their chance each year. Is there, a competition to choose, which ones will pull Santa's sleigh this year? How many reindeer do you think Santa has?
I'll bet Santa's got a good farm system going, much like AAA. But, it's the same 8 that have been doing it for so long, since you and I were little kids. So I think they're going to be in that position for a very, very long time. But it's always good to have those new recruits for the future, right?
No, definitely. They're going to be really tired after tonight. They're literally flying all around the world to deliver gifts, carrying Santa's sleigh behind them. What do they do to rest and recuperate once they're done?
Well, I happen to know that Santa's got a big, huge bale of hay for each and every one of them to celebrate their success around the world tonight. But, they only get about a half day's worth of rest because they've got to get ready for next year, right?
So you're saying they get right away prepared for next year, just hours after they're done this year, tonight?
Well, it's just like any professional athlete, right? There's never really a full day off. Even on their off days, they're eating well, they're doing a light workout, those sort of things. And sure, they might take a break here and there, but there's no rest for our famous reindeer friends. They've got a big job to do tonight. So we got to make sure we leave those Christmas cookies and carrots for them. And it's really important, Andrew, that everybody go to sleep on time, because Santa and his reindeer won't show up if people don't go to sleep and go to bed on time.
That's right. And of course, you might hear the sleigh bells on Santa's sleigh, but you also might hear the hooves on the roof of the reindeer, of course. And we will be tracking all of Santa's movements tonight while he delivers gifts around the world. Dr. Stafford, we appreciate your time. Thanks for telling us more about the reindeer.
Merry Christmas, Andrew, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Okay, that was Dr. Gray Stafford, and he's a wildlife expert. He had there a mini donkey in front of him, actually. That was not a reindeer, but it fooled me for sure. But he was feeding that mini donkey, whose name I think he said is Thor. But donkeys do not carry the sleigh. Reindeer do, and that's what we were focusing on in that interview there. And the reindeer keep chugging along here as Santa is over American airspace. He was seen in Williamsburg, Virginia. He's now heading to Delaware, home of course, President Joe Biden. He is heading to Milton, Delaware at the moment. He'll be there in a minute 5. And we got about 5.4 billion gifts already delivered. You can see the Chesapeake Bay underneath, rather. Let's take this look right here. This is a kind of more zoomed in version of Santa. You can see, you can kind of make out he's wearing a mask. He has to stay safe. And so Rudolph leading the charge there as we are still just a couple hours away from moving east to west, north to south across the country here. Okay, and back to this screen right here. And remember, we have been tracking this all alongside NORAD. And so as he does make his way to Delaware, we have a live look out of Wilmington, Delaware right there. So you're going to have to look very, very closely in the night sky. We hope to catch a glimpse of Santa's sleigh dart through the night sky. Maybe you'll see it, maybe we won't, but we just want to make sure, have this up just in case. That is Wilmington, Delaware at the moment, and he is moving right now passing over Wilmington, Delaware. And of course, right now, he is headed to Washington, D.C., everybody. We have a live look out of Washington, D.C. We have always this live look of the U.S. Capitol building right now. And so this is very exciting. This is the nation's capital. The weather is perfect there. It's clear night. It's a little chilly, but you can see that right now he will be there in about 45 seconds. So for all you boys and girls watching from the nation's capital, maybe we can catch a glimpse of Santa passing over the Capitol Dome. Wouldn't that be cool? But you got to be asleep. It's coming up on 10:30 on the East Coast. This is very, very exciting for so many people who live in Washington, D.C. Moms, dads, my message is to you. Make sure your kids are sleeping. They want their gifts under the tree tomorrow morning. Make sure your cookies and milk are out. There's a checklist you got to do before you go to bed, kids. And so Santa is making his way up and down the East Coast here of the U.S. All right, and he just left Washington. He is now headed for Annapolis, Maryland at the moment. So he's sticking around here. And then, of course, he'll make his way west across the country, the Midwest, the South, the Plains, the Rockies, and out to California, and then Hawaii and Alaska, as he does each and every year. This is the biggest day for him each and every year. This is what they've been preparing for up at the North Pole for 364 days. And so now we await. We also have some great programming. We have a really beautiful lights special that came to us from our Texas Fox affiliates. We're going to play that out for you. These are some of the best lights in Texas outside of people's homes. I'm always impressed. People go all out for Christmas lights outside their homes. And here's kind of a collection of them in Texas.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Noviello here in Fair Park at Enchant Christmas, one of the biggest and most family-friendly light displays in all of North Texas, where you will be challenged to navigate your way through an elaborate maze to find all of Santa's reindeer. Want something that's easy to spot? How about 38,000 lights on a single home on Club Meadows Drive in Dallas?
Yeah, they're synchronized with the music. We started doing this, but our kids were little, so now this makes, geez, almost 40 years. Every year we seem to add something. Last year we added the 2 little LED deer down there.
The big hit for the kids is Santa Claus on the roof getting stuck in the chimney. I used to say I couldn't vacuum or dry my hair after dark because it would blow fuse. Now it's not a problem. LEDs are the way to go.
Yeah, it is.
We light them up on Thanksgiving night. We have a big countdown and flip all the switches and turn all the lights on.
We've actually had the mailbox for Santa.
Santa Claus, yeah.
Santa Claus letters, so we've got a direct connection to the North Pole.
We say he picks them up at night and he answers all the letters. Last year we had 140 letters. This year we've already had about 30 letters put in. Santa's going to answer them. Santa hasn't got there yet, but I'm sure he's going to answer them. Well, I guess this is our special way of celebrating the birth of Christ and bringing joy to people around, particularly children. And we just love this season and want to share it with other people. It's just a happy time and we want to be part of that.
Yeah.
We've got so much joy from doing this, more than we ever imagined.
Oh yeah, geez.
We just did it because it's fun for us, but it brings a lot of joy to other people.
Started with our own kids, and now it's almost a tradition in
It
the
is a
neighborhood.
tradition in the neighborhood. People can't wait to get it started.
You like that? How about double the display at the Berkman House, where the lights draw huge crowds every year and draw inspiration from a very special son.
here at the Berkman Holiday Home.
So we simply love Christmas.
Jennifer Berkman says her family has a case of OCD.
We call ourselves obsessive Christmas disorder. So
The Frisco family is all about decorations, big decorations.
So we moved to Texas in 2013 and we took to heart everything is bigger in Texas, and we went big, big, and really big.
Berkman, who begins decorating with her husband each September, doesn't know exactly how much money she spent on the display throughout the years.
It's best that she keeps me in the dark on the money side of it.
She does, however, keep track of how many candy canes her father,
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas to you too.
hands out to kids each season.
So last year we handed out 40,000 candy canes. So we're estimating at a minimum we saw 80,000 people. But this year we're ready. We got 75,000 candy canes.
This all started because of their boys, who are now grown but live on the autism spectrum. Specifically, Alex, who is fascinated by lights.
He loved Christmas, had lights everywhere. This was a way to honor our boys and all the hard work that they've done.
Now they are using their 75,000 light display to help out a local kid.
Her name is Liana. She has epilepsy. She's had several brain surgeries. The reason we picked her, though, wasn't just because of her medical condition. She actually started a foundation when she was 12 years old to collect toys for children in the hospital.
This year, they're collecting donations for her. Berkman says it's all about giving back, even though she enjoys competition.
I had to go buy some brighter lights, and we put them up.
Well, they're winning the decoration game off Hazelhurst Drive this year, and likely for years to come.
We are here until the Lord decides I can't do it anymore.
Coming up, a holiday home like no other, and an entire open area for the whole family to enjoy.
Hey, look everyone, it's Dasher. We found our very first reindeer, and you'll find holiday spirit in Deer Field. Take a look.
Let it snow!
The lights, like the whole the light show.
So I love seeing all the cars come through. I love the heavy traffic. For me, it's very exciting. It's like a mini Disney World.
You still kind of have that same childish smile where you see something and it kind of warms your soul.
Best thing that could ever happen. I love it.
Every year, it's either going to be bigger or bigger.
It's been a work in progress for the last probably 8 to 10 years. And every year we seem to add a little bit, change a little bit, move things, try new concepts, try to make magic happen. Sometimes it does, sometimes not so much.
Oh, I saw horses. Oh, y'all ride horses for no reason here, and I think it's the coolest thing.
Merry Christmas! This is my first time actually being in the neighborhood who do the horse and carriage, so it's nice to see it.
The horses are the coolest thing in Texas.
I love the clicky clock of the horses coming down the street. Everybody on the wagons always wave to us. To me, it's very exciting, just like that. Merry Christmas! Have a great night. Just like that. It's exciting. Friendliest people ever.
To get all the families out here and everybody to get to enjoy this, you know, no matter what skin tone or race you are, you can come out here and see the lights, and it's going to be amazing every year.
Every walk of life comes here. Every walk of life lives in Deerfield.
People celebrate all kinds of things as the year is closing around the world. And I love that the neighborhood really comes together and respects and appreciates everybody's celebrations. Yes, we're already planning for next year.
No matter where you are, everybody loves Christmas.
Here with Vixen, after weaving our way through a maze of lights, you'll find a maze of 500 trees all lit up for Vitruvian lights.
Hi, I'm Jessica Vetrano, and welcome to Vitruvian Lights at Vitruvian Park in Addison, Texas. There are 550 trees that are wrapped, and it is a total of 1.2 million bulbs. You'll find families with small kids, elderly couples, young couples, groups of friends.
I've come here about 5 years in a row, so I absolutely love them.
I like to come out here once a year, and today was the night. You can just take different pictures and just walk underneath down underneath the little bridge, and there's different picture opportunities.
You will see absolutely breathtaking lights, and the reflection off of the water is absolutely beautiful.
Typically not this warm in December, so we have a packed sand volleyball court. So Vitruvian Lights is a free event. Any night during the week or on the weekends, the lights will be on from 5 to 11 p.m.
It's colorful and it makes me happy seeing all the bright colors.
White, blue, green, red, orange, purple, pink, and multi.
You don't even think about your everyday. You're just like, in like your own little world of colorful.
It really is a festive, beautiful place to come out to get in the holiday spirit.
Coming up, a holiday tradition continues, and one man with a big plan.
Back now with Blitzen, who's taken a seat to rest up for Santa's big night of deliveries. One of his stops is sure to be the Interlochen neighborhood in Arlington, where for 45 years they have drawn thousands of spectators.
We definitely are on a timetable in the neighborhood. They've been on me to get this done, and I waited till the last minute. Come on.
What do you need help with?
Start undoing these, open them up like those. Thank you, that's good, perfect. When I first moved here, my house came out on TV. The news lady was in front of my house and said, look at this homeowner that's the humbug of the neighborhood. So that was the last time I didn't put up lights.
Plug it in, Papa.
How does it look?
This,
Got it?
Papa?
Yes, awesome.
This is the best day ever.
It is?
Yes.
Good. Said the best day ever.
Last piece.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Baby Yoda house. It's definitely a favorite. We can hear them as they go by.
The Baby Yoda house.
They're all saying Merry Christmas, and I hear May the Force be with you. It's great.
That is the dice house.
It's worth it to hear the kids and hear all the little kids say Merry Christmas and take pictures by everything. It's definitely worth it. We do it over and over.
Woo. That's so pretty.
Yeah, this house is pretty
so
good.
nice.
I love this one.
Unique, individual. I love it. Everyone's so festive, and I love the different themes throughout the neighborhood. That's what I think makes it so special.
There's a Yeti on top of.
Every year we try to add something different. We try to change something up. We try to compete with everybody, right?
I'm a Santa in the truck.
Look at that truck.
And
We come every year.
Merry Christmas.
We're from here, so we love being around and seeing all the different decorations every year. It's something special to us. Our family lives close to here, so it's something that we like to do as a family.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I tell people where I live, and the first thing they say is, oh, you live where the Christmas lights are. So it's nice to be able to contribute to that.
Thank you.
It is the best day ever.
Have you found all 9 reindeer? We found a guy that likes to make the whole street sparkle.
How can you tell if somebody does a lot of Christmas lights? Wire cutters, zip ties. Now we're finishing putting up what we named our bouncy sticks. These are light sticks that got 8 different channels. We'll move up and down blue and white. One of the last things for the show this year. We started doing this, my son and I, about 8 years ago. He was a junior in high school when we started, and then each year it's gotten a little larger. Hey, how you doing?
We're good, coming along great.
We're getting there. We've got some great neighbors here. In addition to us, we've got 5 others now, the 2 on each side of us and 3 across the street, so turning it into a big neighborhood deal. What's interesting is you have people come watch the show, and they're like, how do you convince your neighbors? And I'm like, well, what if I told you I'd come to your house and decorate it for Christmas? My wife and daughter, they're the brains behind it. They think of the music and what we should program every year. We've got a computer that runs the whole show. You know, the music plays there, and we've got a little FM transmitter that just transmits about a quarter mile, so when people drive up in their car, they can tune it in, listen to it, and it doesn't bother neighbors that way. That's why we do it. You know, he said everything is always really expensive in the holidays, and we love putting something together, and it's totally free for the neighbors to come walk with the little kids and have a great holiday season.
The annual Grand Prairie Lights attracts all kinds of visitors. Last year, they were confined to their cars because of COVID. But this year, the holiday light display is back.
Girls, want to see the Christmas lights, have a little family time?
We just thought it would be like a romantic little outing, just to come out and see the lights.
Lights, holidays, celebrations, and I have the 12 Days of Christmas on my back for a shirt, so I just did Christmas like that.
She loves lights. She loves them.
If you were just to be in regular lights at like houses, then it is to be here because the movement of them. And it gets colors and it changes colors. It's cool to just have something to just be. You know, when you're in a neighborhood, you're like, I'm in somebody's place.
Exactly, yeah.
I feel weird. I gotta get out.
And with these kind of places, they're always like really creative.
I really love the light tunnel, and I love how it's so colorful because people just put a lot of effort into it, and there's so many moving components to it.
Last year we didn't do anything because of COVID, and I decided that I just wanted to look at the lights and get out of the house and just kind of explore different lights.
You can finally be around people, so why not give everyone a hug?
Yeah, basically.
It's still nice to come here versus going really anywhere else. I really enjoy it a lot more.
Absolutely. Time together as a family, spending some time outside, doing some fun things away from the TV like this.
I mean, family is all that Christmas matters, and children and their smiles.
I think it's a really good place to go if you're looking for some family fun.
Just the togetherness, you know, getting to be, you know, together and with family and with the people that you love. That's probably the best part.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and a happy New Year.
Rudolph knows guiding Santa's sleigh is all about teamwork, just like these homeowners who like to do things up Texas style.
You are looking at a very large collection of blow mold plastic Christmas decorations. I probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of 750, 800 pieces if I have everything out, which we've got quite a bit of it out this year. So they started producing blow molds right after the end of World War II. They produced more of the Santas than they did any of the others. They quit producing them just about 5 years ago. The last factory went out of business. I've lived here for 33 years, and when I first moved in, nobody was decorating their house, so I did lights in my yard and stuff, and then everybody started hiring these companies doing lights, and I want something different. My favorite piece is probably the Three Stooges or Big Tex. That is Big Tex's original head. I bought it from the fair back in 1992, and this head was the head when Big Tex made his debut in 1950. My favorite part of it is it's the start of the Christmas holiday coming in. Christmas is definitely my favorite holiday, and it's just time where everybody seems to be a lot nicer, a lot happier. And it gives me a chance to be out in the yard when I'm working on this. People stop and talk to me and thank me and stuff. So it's quite humbling.
Oh my God. I like all the lights. It's so much, but it's also just so much fun.
But we always come to Highland Park to look at the lights and always come up here just to look at this house specifically.
We actually saw on an Instagram page and they were like, it's a friendly activity for the family. So we're like, okay, we'll come check it out.
Me and my daughter do this every year. We drive through Highland Park, so it's a tradition of ours, and we always make sure we come to this house.
It definitely reminds me of my mom. She collected these, and when she passed away, we inherited a couple. And it's just amazing to see how many that he has here, 400 or 500 maybe.
We were looking at so many Santas.
Probably about 500.
Like 200.
300 easy, maybe more. Yeah.
Maybe more.
400.
I don't know. I was gonna say 600.
Look at that one. That one has some white hats.
I think the one that stands out the most for me is the Big Tex head.
Big Tex?
Oh, Big Tex. That's right. I like the Big Tex.
It's quite the spectacle because you get a lot of tour buses that come through. I mean, the traffic gets so bad they have to make Southwestern one-way traffic, and it's crazy.
Thank you so much for this.
Oh, you're so welcome. The way things are in this world now, and with COVID and everything, anything you do makes somebody smile or laugh, then you've done something good for the day.
You know, spreading cheer, honestly, seeing happy faces, getting people out and about, honestly, especially after like COVID, you know, just seeing people having fun.
I just think like Christmas spirit, holiday cheer, happiness.
It's definitely not Christmas without coming to see the lights in this area.
It's the most decorated, over-the-top house, and you have to see it. You just have to.
In this house, it just brings the Christmas spirit, and just all the Santa Clauses and the snowmen, and the Big Tex just kind of adds a final touch to it.
When you have people say you bring a lot of joy to them, that's the main reason why I do it.
Our designers work 365 days a year to design to the specific site, so they've been working on Fair Park for quite a while, and I'm really proud of what they've done and the product that we've produced. We've got over 2 million lights alone on this park. We're always looking for that immersive experience to give kids things to touch and things to stomp on and all that sort of stuff. It's not, you know, and then the Instagram moments are nice for the adults. It's a 100-foot pine tree. It's about 4,500 individual pieces to construct. It takes 6 days, a crane. It's a massive, massive build, but there's 250,000 lights on it, so it's amazing. It's a showstopper.
All of these light displays will last into the new year, including right here at Enchant Christmas, where you can enjoy family fun, food, lights, even ice skating through January 2nd. Details on all the light displays we just showed you, plus a few more, right now on our station website, fox4news.com. From all of us here at Fox 4, have a happy holiday season, and thank you for making us the news leader. Stay safe.
All right, we thank our great team there at Fox 4 Dallas. We wish them a very Merry Christmas as well. So many really cool holiday displays there out of Dallas, Texas. Right now, though, we're still tracking Santa. This is Andrew Kraft here, and we're coming up on the top of the hour, almost 9 o'clock here. Mountain Time, almost 11 o'clock on the East Coast, where Santa is currently. He's making his way from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, heading for Berlin, New Hampshire. Beautiful time of year to be in the Northeast, New Hampshire, Vermont. Not sure if there's snow on the ground, but the flurries keep coming down. Santa is working around the clock here, trying to get all these gifts delivered right now. He's heading for Brunswick, Maine at the moment. And look, 5.57 billion gifts delivered so far this evening. I think that is, I've never seen anything like that. And we know Santa is going to be working around the clock, delivering presents to all the good girls and boys until and unless they are sound asleep in bed. And so if you're still waiting for Santa to arrive, you have to be fast asleep. And you may hear a thud or two when he lands on your roof. You may hear the reindeer's hooves You may hear Santa's sleigh bell, but you can't get up to catch a glimpse. Santa is pure magic. He's in and out of your house in just a flash. And of course, he has his big red sack behind him in the sleigh with his naughty and nice list. And we talked with Santa before he headed out tonight, and he said, the naughty and nice list is a state of mind. He said, you're only on the naughty list unless you want to be, and you're only on the nice list unless you really want to be as well. And I believe that most of you watching right now are on the nice list, and you must have been so nice to your parents and your siblings, your other family members, your teachers, your neighbors, especially in this really, really trying year. And so we're going to be continuing to follow Santa. We're going to take just a quick commercial break. Just want to reset here. I'm Andrew Kraft, and we want to thank you for being with us. We want to thank NORAD as well as we continue to follow alongside them all of Santa's movements tonight. He still has a long way to go. He has to work his way from east to west, north to south across the United States, but he is over American airspace, and so that is what we have been waiting for here on Live Now. We're going to take a quick commercial break, though. When we come back, we'll have more on Santa, also more from our Fox affiliates as we are going to be airing some of their great Christmas segments and stories and content as well. But back to Santa. All right, and we are coming up on the top of the hour here, and if many of you, especially the kids who are watching, we hope you are watching, if you have not gone to bed, we're going to do one of my favorite all-time Christmas traditions. We're going to have a reciting of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and this gets me every time. So if this is one of your tried and true holiday traditions, here is Fox 13 in Tampa with "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on this magical Christmas Eve. My name's Mark Wilson, and I come to you from Fox 13 in Tampa, the Fox-owned television station right here in the Tampa Bay area. Are we not so excited? I know we can't wait. It's so hard to try to get some sleep right now at a time like this. So we know a lot of you guys are staying up because you're so anxious. This is the most magical night of the year, followed by the best day of the year, of course, tomorrow. Is tomorrow not the one day of the year we all look forward to the most? Trust me, we all still look forward to it as parents as well. This is our favorite night, and tomorrow our favorite day of the year, because we're so excited for all of you, for all the magic that is Christmas. And we know that you guys have got to get to bed soon, because we know you know who is not far away. Before we go to bed, though, I want to share with you a Christmas tradition that we've always had. I know many of you guys probably do this at your homes as well with your families, but this is actually my book that I've had since childhood. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and Mom and Dad took care of this book for me. They read this to me every single Christmas Eve, and for the past, well, my oldest daughter is now 20 years old. For the past 20 years, I've been reading out of this exact book to them. So I thought, what perfect night to read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas and share it with you as we kind of settle in for the most magical night of the year. So join me, if you will. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, with hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out of the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, to open the shutters and threw up the sash. To the moon on the breast, the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday on the objects below. When what to my wondering eyes would appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With the little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up on the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head, I was turning around, and down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His little draw mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right old jolly old elf. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, and then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving the nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, and his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the dawn of a thistle. But I heard him explain, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. All right, we're not done. We're going to continue tracking Santa on this magical Christmas Eve.
All right, and we thank Fox 13 in Tampa there. We do have the Santa Tracker still at this point in time. We just are now a little after the top of the hour, 9 o'clock here, Mountain Time, 11 p.m. Eastern. We have Santa, though. He is over Canadian airspace at the moment. He just left Montreal. He's still headed for Quebec. And so 5.6 billion gifts delivered. That, I think, might be an all-time record. I don't know. We'll have to ask Santa post-game all these stats here. But the reindeer keep going. We have a better vantage point of the reindeer. We have a kind of a close-up view. There's Rudolph there leading the way, and of course the 8 other reindeer. Try to say them really, really fast if you can, if you're home alone or with family and friends. I was trying myself the other day. I'm not going to attempt right now to do that. I don't want to embarrass myself. Maybe I'll prepare a little bit. But the reindeer are full steam ahead. Santa is in the sleigh. He's masked up. He's got his big red sack behind. The snow flurries are coming down, and they are heading for Quebec at the moment. So we'll update you once he's back over American airspace. And we're just going to keep this up for now. We want to thank you for being with us. And then we have some more really great Christmas content, some more interviews, some more light shows and holiday parades, but let's focus on Santa for now. All right, this is really exciting. Santa is leaving Canada right now, headed for Albany, New York, the state capital of New York. And so this is quite exciting. The weather looks clear. Our XRAD weather system down below right there looks to be clear sailing for Santa, although kind of cold. The snow flurries still coming down all on the upright. You can see that is a live look of downtown Albany. So we're going to try to catch a glimpse of the sleigh moving through the night sky. It might be very, very quick, but we're going to keep our eyes on the lookout for Santa as he is just seconds away from entering Albany, New York. And he was just there. Now he is headed to Lakewood, New York. And so we're glad Santa back here in American airspace. This is Andrew Kraft here, and we're continuing to follow all of Santa's movements tonight. And we hope you are having a great Merry Christmas Eve, spending time with family and friends. But remember, it's late on the East Coast. It's about 10 after 11 at night. And so hopefully none of you kids are still watching, because you need to be in bed. If you're not in bed, fast asleep, dreaming of sugar plum fairies dancing around, Santa is not going to deliver your presents underneath the tree. Now, if you're sleeping, if you're a light sleeper, you might hear some movements, some thuds, the sleigh hitting your roof. That might be Santa dropping by instantly. Remember, he has millions and billions of households he has to stop by tonight. And let's see how many gifts he's already delivered. We have passed 5.67 billion gifts. So a lot of children are going to wake up very, very happy tomorrow morning. In the meantime, though, as we've been reporting, NORAD helps make all of this happen. NORAD makes sure Santa is safe up there. He makes sure the reindeer are safe up there, because this is a really long journey. This is across the world just in one night at hyper speeds. And NORAD's been doing this for 66 years. Now, Santa has been doing this for thousands of years. But right now, let's hear from NORAD. We want a history of when this all went down.
Over 65 years ago, history was made in December 1955 when a phone call came into the Continental Air Defense Command in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Answering the call, Colonel Harry Shoup was surprised to hear the voice of a young child asking to speak with Santa Claus. Soon after, more calls began filling the phone lines, all with eager children hoping for a chance to talk with Santa. Little did Colonel Shoup and his team know, a department store had placed an ad in the local paper, hoping to draw children to their holiday toy sale. The misprinted phone number led to an important red phone in the CONAD Operations Center, and a holiday tradition was born. Colonel Shaup's team fielded calls all night as kids continued to call in. The tradition continued through the founding of NORAD in 1958 and has gone on to become a global phenomenon. Today, NORAD's cutting-edge technology provides real-time updates on Santa's Yuletide journey around the world. Using a constellation of defense satellites with infrared sensors, NORAD is able to keep pinpoint accuracy on the heat signature from Rudolph's nose. Radar and other sensor information is collected at our command center, which relays Santa location updates to our elite fighter pilots, who intercept and escort Santa's sleigh through North American airspace. Outside of Canadian and U.S. airspace, our maritime partners in the Navy and Coast Guard maintain the Man in Red's track along our maritime approaches. And finally, our special Santa cameras in strategic locations around the world capture images of Santa during his flight. Modern technology also allows people the world over to keep up with Santa's flight path using mobile apps, social media, and the NORAD Track Santa website. At the heart of it all, people can call or email into the live NORAD Track Santa Operations Center in Colorado Springs on December 24th. Volunteers are standing by to answer that all-important question. When will Santa arrive at my house? All of this is made possible by our volunteers and the amazing generosity of our corporate and government partners. Together, our affiliates bring this time-honored program to the world. What began with a single phone call has inspired the imaginations of countless children of all ages across the planet for over half a century. No matter what is happening in the world, NORAD continues to keep the watch, maintaining the security of the skies across North America and beyond, and bringing a little holiday magic to us all.
Really interesting there how NORAD has been so instrumental, especially with those fighter jets, keeping Santa safe. Now, those fighter jets, they're no match for Santa's sleigh. It's probably hard to keep up, but it looks like we have left American airspace, now back in Canadian airspace. Santa is heading for Toronto, of all places, I believe. Oh, no, he just was last seen in Toronto. He's now heading for Timmins, Ontario, Canada. He'll be there in about 20 seconds time. We just hit 5.7 billion gifts delivered, billion with a B. And so Santa delivering all these presents to all the good girls and boys around the world now. He's been in North America for some time, and so he still has a long way to go. He needs to make his way out west, in the Midwest too. We've been waiting for him, and I know a lot of people are still awake, seeing where Santa is. It's about 9:15 here, Mountain Time, 11:15 there on the East Coast as Santa delivers boys and girls gifts in Canada. But right now, we want to hear from some kids ourselves because NORAD has been doing such a great job. But some kids probably have a lot of questions for Santa. I know I do. How does he make it work? How does he do it? How does he know what every kid wants for Christmas? What if you didn't send him a Christmas list and it got lost in the mail? How does he know? These are so many questions. I have them too, but so do so many good girls and boys. Here's NORAD with some kid questions.
Hi, I'm General Glenn Van Hert, Commander of NORAD in U.S. Northern Command. NORAD tracks the skies and approaches to North America 24/7, 365 days a year. But every year on December 24th, we have a special holiday mission.
This year, we've asked some of our military and civilian members' little ones to help us explain just how NORAD is able to track Santa Claus on his journey across the globe on December 24th.
How old is Santa?
30, 85, 90, 100 years old. 100? Is it over 100? 400.
400.
1,000 years old. No, he's 1,100 years old. 1 jillion million.
Jillian.
That's a whole lot. He's more than all the numbers. He's not 1 year old. He's not a baby. Oh, is he really old? He's been delivering presents forever. I know he's been around for a long time. He's a big grandpa. I think that the Santas go back generation by generation. My dad is 31.
Wow. All of those answers are correct.
Well, there's certainly a lot of different answers amongst the kids on how old Santa Claus is.
That is a jillion years old. That's pretty old. I can't even see figure what that number looks like.
And he certainly isn't a baby. We heard that one too.
Definitely not 1 year old. So. NORAD intelligence indicates that Santa is approximately 16 centuries old.
You mean in one night? With his sled and his reindeer. So we don't know how he gets all over the world, around the world. So we think he's secret.
Oh,
he has invisible rocket boosters.
Visible rocket.
He has different nights that he does that in. Because of the flying reindeers. He has reindeer, and he has a magical reindeer, and they go super fast, so he can travel around the world and deliver all the presents. That's why he put invisible spray on him. But if he accidentally sprays an elf with it, then he'll get invisible.
Invisible elves. Huh?
Invisible elves.
He's got some invisible spray that helps him get around the world fast.
Santa's speed technology is unknown to us at this point. We're just grateful for the fact that he's using it for peaceful purposes.
And you're a fighter pilot, so I mean, that's kind of probably faster than you've seen.
Yeah, it's amazing what they come up with as far as how he travels. There's some fast reindeer, by the way.
That is, I mean, stealth technologies, they already know about it.
Santa doesn't actually experience time the same way we do. What seems like 24 hours to us might take Santa even longer to go around the world.
He flies 150 miles. 80 miles per hour. 100 seconds per hour.
100 seconds per hour.
Medium fast. 100 miles per hour. Like this.
He's a visual guy.
100 meters. 1,000 seconds per hour now. Just zoom around. Or maybe use his wicked magic to make a portal to our city.
That makes sense.
I think it goes as fast as Santa wants it to go. 1,000,000,000 seconds per hour. Yeah, that's super fast. Yeah, maybe because his sled is super fast. It has reindeer and has magic that speeds it up. Maybe. I don't know.
I think I'm gonna have to go back and do some math. We're talking seconds per hour. I'm not sure exactly how to figure that one out.
1,000,000 seconds per hour. And then his, I don't know, his visual of the windmill, I'm not even sure how fast he was going.
Well, that was definitely fast.
That was really
That was supersonic. That young man has got it down.
Probably, yes, sir.
Santa's sleigh travels faster than Starlight, except for when he slows down for our CF-18s, F-15s, F-16s, and F-22s can escort him through North American airspace.
All right.
But how does he get in our house? Have a fireplace. The chimney. The fireplace. Down to chimney. Because I have no idea how he gets out of our fireplace. Down the chimney. Because it has a cover over it. The chimney is still the same. Oh my god, that's crazy. Ever since where you left it and the presents are under the tree. How does he do that? Well, last year it was by door because we didn't have a chimney. But this year he's gonna go through the chimney.
He's observant.
He has a special hat that can make him go small so he can fit through the chimney.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh, that's it.
He might have perfect aim. So while he's moving, he just drops a present right in the chimney. And I know how he doesn't leave tracks behind. Because he goes through the chimney and the reindeers fly and don't run down the ground to land on the roof. And then the elves sneak in. Because I know Santa's too big. Because he ate too much milk and cookies. I just wonder how he got it. Last Christmas, there were presents. Probably takes the door? I'm pretty sure he doesn't take the door. Always, because last Christmas I swore I heard him walking on the roof. I'm pretty sure he did not take the door.
He gets into your house with your parents' permission.
Walking on the roof.
I was not aware of the magic hat that makes him small to come down the chimney.
I don't even, sir. And I think he probably knows something about GPS since he said it just tracks and just knows where to drop them. So.
Santa's preferred means of entering domiciles is through the chimney and the fireplace. However, laser-guided munitions and technology that allows for precision guided present delivery is one of his backup mechanisms.
They already know he doesn't have a chimney, so he's just, of course he's going to go through the door. So
Now they're watching the doors.
They definitely have some situational awareness on where they're currently living. So.
They do.
Yes, but it's better if you go to sleep or you will come. What if Santa actually comes when you're awake? And that's not such a surprise. Because it's a surprise. Then it will be a surprise. He likes little kids to go to sleep because he doesn't want to be chased by them.
Doesn't want to be chased by them.
If I look at Santa, then he'll lose his magic powers. Then no presents for all the kids.
No, you don't need to be asleep, but maybe you don't need presents this year.
Yeah, so you have to go to sleep, definitely, or it won't be a surprise. That's what I figured out there.
That, and like she said, I mean, they don't want the kids, Santa, or the kids chasing Santa. Heard that one.
Or the elves chasing Santa. Was it one or the other? I
Could be the elves.
If you're awake when Santa tries to deliver your presents, he'll leave a failure to deliver slip for your parents to sign, and they don't really like that.
Santa typically likes to arrive somewhere between 9 p.m. and midnight local. However, if you're awake, then he'll have to skip by your house and then maybe circle back later on, only if you're asleep.
They got it figured out. They have to go to sleep, and that's what we're going to tell them is make sure you go to sleep by, I think, 9 p.m. or so, no later.
The earlier the better.
All right.
We normally do sugar cookies. Cookies. Gingerbread cookies.
Gingerbread cookies.
Sugar-free one, but it has chocolate chips in it. We prep up lots of cookies, and we even prep milk. And we do put some cookies for him, and milk. Yeah, so he can dip it in there and eat it. In the last Christmas, he ate a whole Mario cookie. Yeah, and we left a snack for him one time, and we saw some of it ate him. We didn't do it. Our dog didn't do it. Last Christmas, everything was gone. There was nothing left. Not even crumbs.
No crumbs.
Crumbs.
Okay, so he definitely likes gingerbread cookies.
That's gingerbread cookies and pretty much everything, because all they had was crumbs.
Everybody has a cheat day, and Santa's is December 24th. So leave him any snack you want. Mostly the snacks you don't want, he'll eat.
You know, Santa gets a lot of attention in this regard, but I think we'd be remiss not to think about the reindeers or the elves or the other support staff that go into making Christmas happen around the world. So maybe we need to think about a little bit more about what the elves would like to eat, whether it be candy canes or gumdrops, or perhaps the reindeer, carrots, acorns, whatever they eat. How does NORAD track Santa?
Oh, yeah, my dad tracks things. They maybe put a tracking device on.
Tracking device.
Like a small tracking device so they know where he goes. Wait, do you have cameras? You just take a camera and point it at the sky and wait for a long, long time. And when Santa passes by, you find him and then you just zoom in on the camera and you move the camera wherever Santa goes. Do you even have cameras at your chimney? You use satellites with little cameras built inside of them. Without a satellite, we would not be able to do anything.
At all.
Like sensors that track Santa from the world. And you have these TVs or something that connect to them to see. We track Santa from here and watch on your phone or tablet or iPad. I always watch the tractor before bed. One time on Christmas, when I went to the store, I looked on Mommy's phone and Santa was already delivering presents on some places because it was dark in some places.
Yeah, well, definitely the Santa Claus, they're tracking him with the camera. He actually knew he was in NORAD Northcom in his answer because he referenced where he was.
That's true.
And so I'm impressed. The young man knows about satellite capability and all the devices. He was clearly watching Santa Claus on phones, on the computers, on iPads.
And he knew where to go to find Santa. So pretty sure he's going to be tracking this year.
Yeah.
We track Santa using a layered defense system, starting with our North Warning System, which has a series of radars along the north of Canada and Alaska. They detect Santa's first movements out of the North Pole, and as he transits west into the Eastern Hemisphere, as it were, then we transition to our infrared sensors on satellites, which are in geosynchronous orbit about 30,000 miles above the Earth. From there, we can track specifically Rudolph's movements as he transits through the Eastern Hemisphere and proceeds west. From there, we pick him up off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada, with our CF-18 fighters, and then escort him through North American airspace, transiting with handovers with our F-15 and F-16 pilots. And then we pick him back up as he transits through Alaska with our F-22 fighter jets. As he leaves Alaskan airspace, we pick him back up on our infrared sensors through our satellites. And then from there, we monitor his progress through the Pacific until he returns back home to the North Pole to wrap up Christmas Eve and allow the rest of us to enjoy Christmas Day.
So watching these young kids is really exciting and gets me all pumped up for NORAD Track Santa coming up in December. This is just the beginning, but they're clearly ready, and I look forward to making NORAD Track Santa happen again here in 2021.
And you can't help but smile when just watching that the excitement of this year and watching tracking Santa. It's going to be a pretty exciting time.
We look forward to it.
One interesting thing to note, actually, is that the same thing we do on December 24th, NORAD does 24/7, 365. That's year-round. And that's monitoring the airspace and all the activity around the globe with regards to all activities of interest to Canada and the United States. Just so happens we have a recurring visitor each December 24th, and we're more than happy to welcome him to our airspace and escort him through Canada and the United States to ensure that everyone's able to enjoy the holiday season. Include us in your family tradition this year by following us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
And follow along with NORAD Track Santa at www.noradsanta.org or the mobile app for NORAD Track Santa.
Available on Apple Store and Google Play.
Thank you to all the NORAD and U.S. Northern Command American and Canadian parents and their children who volunteered to participate in this production.
Thank you to our service members and our civilians who keep the watch 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And thank you for being part of our NORAD Track Santa tradition. Happy holidays from all of us here at NORAD.
Where's Christmas? It's at winter, but...
All right, and such a great story there with NORAD talking and answering those kids' questions. They have a lot of questions, like myself, about Santa and how does he do it? How does he get into all these homes? And how does he do it all in one night? I'm Andrew Kraft. Thanks for being with us here. We're at the bottom of the hour, 9:30 here, Mountain Time, 11:30 Eastern Time, and we just learned that Santa is in the Midwest. He is heading towards Indianapolis right now. We have a live look outside Indianapolis at the moment, and Santa, we can try to make it out. We don't see anything up there in the sky, but that's because he just left Indianapolis. He just moved past. He is headed towards Lexington, Kentucky at the moment. So we continue to track all of Santa's movements here. We want to thank you for being with us and hope you're having a great time with family and friends tonight on this very Merry Christmas Eve. There are just a few more hours left until it's actually the early morning of Christmas Day, and that, of course, is when so many of you will come out and wake up and see what is under your tree, if Santa was good to you this year or not. Remember, though, you need to be in bed. For those kids who are still awake, Santa needs you fast asleep so he can come inside and drop the gifts off and then get back on his merry way. He has so many homes left to get to. Oh, we just reached 5.8 billion gifts delivered, and that is quite a milestone. That is a lot of gifts. You can see there, Santa has his big red bag, and we have a few other angles, other live looks of Santa at the moment. There's one of them there. It's still snowing, flurrying there in the atmosphere. He's over Lexington, Kentucky. He'll be there in about 20 seconds. If you're in Lexington, Kentucky, brace yourselves. Santa is headed your way. We have other live look too, a different vantage point. You can really make out Santa and the reindeer, Rudolph leading the way, Santa all masked up and ready to go. And so right now we're going to continue to follow all Santa's movements. It looks like he just left Lexington, Kentucky, and it looks like he is moving towards Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, this is exciting. Nashville, one of my favorite cities. He is heading to, oh, I guess I read that wrong. He's heading to Nolensville, Tennessee, not Nashville. Close enough. Maybe not. I'm not from Tennessee. But for those of you watching, all the good boys and girls out there, Santa is coming your way. We're going to keep up the map here. We're going to keep continuing tracking all of Santa's movements. Thanks for being with us on Live Now. right, so it looks like Santa is heading south. He just was last seen in Cancun. Now he's heading for Belize. So right now it looks like he has left American airspace, heading a little south. Now almost 5.9 billion gifts have been delivered there. He is passing over. You can see Cozumel there. So for all the good boys and girls in Mexico and Central America, Santa is coming your way. And we can't fail to mention or forget about all the service members serving our country who may be away from their families, abroad or based somewhere else in the United States. And some of them have messages to their families. We want to hear from some of them. Let's do that right now.
I see Master Sergeant Omar Spivey deployed to Prince Sultan Air Force Base, Saudi Arabia. Just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my friends and family back at home. Go Pack Go.
This is Major Watson. I'm stationed here in Landstuhl, Germany at Landstuhl Regional Medical Center. I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family. I love you so much and I'll be home next year.
Happy holidays! I'm Colonel Tony Sabo, Commander of Area Support Group Jordan, sending wishes for a joy-filled season to my favorite Uncle Johnny and Aunt Norma in Treasure Island and the rest of my Florida family. One team.
Hi, I'm Senior Airman Jamar Jackson, working over at the 20th Force Support Squadron. I just want to give a huge shout out to my mom over in St. Petersburg, Florida. I love you, happy holidays, and I hope you have a good one.
This is Major Malia Rivas, stationed at Landstuhl Regional Medical Center in Landstuhl, Germany. I want to wish my wonderful family, my husband Marty, my children Caitlin, Reagan, Ryan, and my parents a happy holidays. Miss you guys.
Hi, my name is Techno Sergeant Kevin Reed, and I'm deployed over here in Prince Sultan Air Base, Saudi Arabia. I want to send out a shout out to all my friends and family back home in Wisconsin. Go Pack Go.
This is First Lieutenant Timothy Barilli from the 1st Theater Sustainment Command. Wishing all of those a happy holidays and Merry Christmas back home in Monmouth County, New Jersey. Hope to see you soon. Merry Christmas.
Hey, I'm Specialist Lammy from 462 MCB, working at the stand in Camp Airjohn. I'd like to wish my family a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'm doing good out here. Miss you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. I got another coin. Wanted to show it off to you guys. It looks nice.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Savannah Stewart. I'm deployed in Romania with 1st Air Cavalry Brigade. Just wanted to wish my family a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year back home in Louisiana.
Hi, this is Staff Sergeant Ryan Hopkins of the 332nd Air Expeditionary Wing. Just want to give a shout out to my wife Tiffany and my kids Dalton, Cameron, and Ava. I hope you have a happy holidays and I'll see you soon.
Hi, my name is ABH3 Basilio. I'm on board the USS Essex. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to my family and to my baby Sophia. I love you guys and miss you.
Hi, this is Lieutenant Mona Narumi in Novo Selo, Bulgaria. I wish all my friends and family in Seattle happy holidays. I wish you guys the best. Bye.
Hello, my name is Emily Steinway. I'm the fun boss aboard the USS Essex here on deployment. I'd like to wish my family a Merry Christmas. I'd like to send a shout out to my parents and my sister Danielle, my brother-in-law Randy, and my nephews Cody, Blake, Dane, and Clint. Merry Christmas.
Hello everyone, my name's Captain Brown. I'm here at LUD Air Base. I just wanted to give a shout out to my family and friends in Livonia, Michigan, also in good old Goodyear, Arizona. Just wanted to wish a happy holidays. Look forward to seeing you soon. Miss all of you. Go Blue!
Hey, I'm ABH3 Pouncey on board the USS Essex. I want to give a shout out and a happy holiday to my family back in Chicago.
I am Sergeant Rizan Bakhreba with AirCav and I'm currently deployed to UCOM. I want to wish a happy holidays and dedicate this video to my niece and nephew, Nia and Noah in New York City. Auntie loves you.
Hi, I'm Major Chaz Allen, coming to you from Illesheim, Germany with 1ACB and Task Force Lobos as part of Operation Atlantic Resolve. And I'd like to wish my wife and my kids a very Merry Christmas. So for you, Sarah, obviously my heart goes out to you, love you, and I'm there in spirit. That mistletoe is waiting for me and you next year. And then Merrick, good luck at basketball. Ammon, you're the best water boy that basketball team has ever known. And Race and Gideon and Journey, good luck doing those backflips. Love all you guys. Take care of our doggy Griffin. Merry Christmas.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Corporal Kasper Zag,
from Hartford, Wisconsin, currently forward deployed on the USS Pearl Harbor. I just wanted to wish my friends and family a happy holidays. I miss you guys. I love you guys.
Hi, this is Lieutenant Colonel Todd McCran, stationed here at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar from the 911th Airlift Wing in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I want to say happy holidays to my beautiful wife, Betsy, my daughters, Paige and Reese, and my two little puppies, Tilly and Trixie. And also, go Steelers!
Hello, I'm Captain Tyro Diosera. I'm from the 911th Airlift Wing Command from Coraopolis, Pennsylvania. I'm saying hello to my mom, Estelita, my sister Corinne, my brother Raul, and my sister-in-law Nadia and the two kids, and my lovely wife Edna. She's alone right now, wishing me well from Virginia. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Simpson from New Bern, North Carolina. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my family and friends back home, my husband Frank, Ryan and Reagan in Tucson, Arizona. Happy holidays, guys. I love you and I miss you.
Hey, it's Captain David Johnson from Southfield, Michigan. Just want to say happy holidays to all my family and friends back home from balmy, sunny Korea. You guys take care.
My name is Captain Clarence Turner. I'm stationed out here at Camp Arifjan, Kuwait, with CENTCOM SAPO, deployed out of Great Bend, Kansas. I wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of my friends and family back home, Washington, Montana, Minnesota. I miss home-cooked meals and cuddles, especially with the cats and kids. Have a good one.
Hello everyone, this is Airman First Class Carlos Ocasio, currently serving in Prince Sultan Air Base. I want to give a shout out to my hometown, Chicago, Illinois, especially to my wife, Liz. I miss you, baby. I can't wait to see you. I also want to say hi to my mom, my dad, brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. God bless.
Hi, I'm Sergeant First Class Atiel Sanchez from Culling, Texas. I'm deployed to Germany here in support of Atlantic Resolve. Here to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to my beautiful family.
This is Lieutenant Kanal Nambala from Prince Sultan Air Base, Saudi Arabia. I want to give a very special holiday shout out to my mom and dad in San Jose, California. Miss you guys. Thanks for all your help. Have a happy and safe holiday. Can't wait to see you again.
Hey, this is Nathan Pfeiffer from Camp Humphreys, South Korea. I just wanted to wish Mackenzie and the rest of my friends and family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's in New Hope, Minnesota.
Hello, my name is Sergeant First Class Nelsh Principal from Brooklyn, New York, currently stationed at Camp Humphreys, South Korea. I want to wish a special Merry Christmas to my family and friends out there. Special shout out to the West Point Pistol Team. Go Army, beat Navy.
All right, so great to see so many of America's brave service members serving overseas. Wish their families well, even though they can't be with them on this Christmas Eve holiday. So Santa has left American airspace for now, and he is making his way up and down Central America. He was just in Honduras. He was just in Nicaragua. Now he is heading for Costa Rica. And so hopefully boys and girls there are fast asleep and they can find presents under their tree tomorrow morning. But we continue to track and follow Santa. We're going to keep this up on the screen here. Hopefully he comes back around northward into the United States. He was making his way in the southeast and the Midwest. So he still has everything probably, west of the Mississippi left to do. So we are appreciating everyone who is watching here on Live Now. 5.9 billion gifts delivered, coming up on 6 billion gifts. All right, and we are coming up on the top of the hour here, almost 10 o'clock Mountain Time, almost midnight on the East Coast. Santa still traveling through Central America, almost to Panama now. Right now, though, we do want to replay for you one of my favorite Christmas traditions, and that, of course, is a reading of Twas the Night Before Christmas, especially as some of you might be off to bed very, very soon. Here is one of those great Christmas tales.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on this magical Christmas Eve. My name's Mark Wilson, and I come to you from Fox 13 in Tampa, the Fox-owned television station right here in the Tampa Bay area. Are we not so excited? I know we can't wait. It's so hard to try to get some sleep right now at a time like this. So we know a lot of you guys are staying up because you're so anxious. This is the most magical night of the year, followed by the best day of the year, of course, tomorrow. Is tomorrow not the one day of the year we all look forward to the most? Trust me, we all still look forward to it as parents as well. This is our favorite night, and tomorrow our favorite day of the year, because we're so excited for all of you, for all the magic that is Christmas. And we know that you guys have got to get to bed soon, because we know you know who is not far away. Before we go to bed, though, I want to share with you a Christmas tradition that we've always had. I know many of you guys probably do this at your homes as well with your families, but this is actually my book that I've had since childhood. Twas the Night Before Christmas, and Mom and Dad took care of this book for me. They read this to me every single Christmas Eve, and for the past, well, my oldest daughter is now 20 years old. For the past 20 years, I've been reading out of this exact book to them. So I thought, what perfect night to read Twas the Night Before Christmas and share it with you as we kind of settle in for the most magical night of the year. So join me, if you will. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, with hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out of the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, to open the shutters and threw up the sash. To the moon on the breast, the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday on the objects below. When what to my wondering eyes would appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With the little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, melt to the sky. So up on the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head, I was turning around, and down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His little draw mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right old jolly old elf. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, and then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving the nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, and his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the dawn of a thistle. But I heard him explain, ere he drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. All right, we're not done. We're going to continue tracking Santa on this magical Christmas Eve.
All right, we thank Fox 13 in Tampa there for that reciting of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, one of my favorite Christmas tales. Right now, though, we're still tracking Santa, and it looks like he just left the Galapagos Islands off the coast of Ecuador in the Pacific, now headed to Guatemala. So he'll be there in about 3.5 minutes. We're nearing almost 6 billion gifts delivered so far tonight worldwide. I'm Andrew Kraft, and we do want to thank you and wish you a very Merry Christmas and appreciate you choosing LiveNOW from Fox as your go-to source throughout the year for live, raw, and unfiltered news and feeds and events from around the country and around the world. And, of course, for tonight, as we continue to track all of Santa's developments, we will be back same time, same place tomorrow for all your top headlines and big stories. We have weekend coverage as well, because the news never stops, not even on the weekends, not even on Christmas Day. But right now, we are going to move into some more holiday programming. Our folks and friends at Fox 5 in Washington, D.C., well, they went around to each